Hello and welcome to Edu Aspirants, our YouTube channel for competitive exams. I hope you enjoyed the first video on India. This is the second video and I am sure you have revised it so that you are now ready to move on to the second video. Here we go. The plains of the Ganga and the Indus, about 2,400 km long and 240 to 320 km broad, are formed by basins of three distinct river systems: the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. The desert region can be divided into two parts: the Great Desert and the Little Desert. The Great Desert extends from the edge of the Run of Kutch beyond the Luni River northward. The whole of the Rajasthan-Sindh frontier runs through this. The Little Desert extends from Luni River between Jaisalmer and Jodhpur up to the northwest. Between the Great and the Little Deserts lies a zone of absolutely sterile country consisting of rocky land cut up by limestone ridges. All these regions are marked and given here. The peninsular plateau is marked off from the plains of the Ganga and the Indus by a mass of mountain and hill ranges varying from 460 to 1220 meters in height. Remember, the height of Mount Everest is 8848 meters, and here you have come down to 460 meters to 1220 meters. Prominent among these are the Aravalis, Vindhyas, Satpura, Maikala, and Ajanta hills. The peninsula is flanked on the either side by the Eastern Ghats, where average elevation is about 610 meters, and on the Western Ghat, where it is generally 915 to 1220 meters. In places, it may rise to 2440 meters also. Between the Western Ghats and the Arabian Sea lies a narrow coastal strip, while between Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal there is a broader coastal area. The southern point of the plateau is formed by the Nilgiri Hills, where the Eastern and Western Ghats meet. The Cardamom Hills beyond may be regarded as a continuation of the Western Ghats. Remember, this is an important question that may be there in your exam. The river systems of India can be classified into four groups: Himalayan rivers, Deccan rivers, coastal rivers, and rivers of the inland drainage basin. The Himalayan rivers are formed by melting snow and glaciers and therefore continuously flow throughout the year. During the monsoon months, Himalayas receive a very heavy rainfall and rivers swell, causing frequent floods. The Deccan rivers are rain-fed and so fluctuate in volume. Many of these are non-perennial. That means they are there only while rains are there. Once the rainy season ends, these rivers also mostly dry up. The coastal streams, especially on the west coast, are short in length and have limited catchment areas, and most of them are non-perennial. Non-perennial, catchment area is the area that their water. The streams of inland drainage basin of western Rajasthan are few and far apart. Most of them are of an ephemeral character. They are sometimes there and sometimes you can't see any water in these areas. The main Himalayan river systems are those of the Indus and the Ganga Brahmaputra Meghna system, as you can see here. The Indus, which is one of the great rivers of the world, rises near the Mansarovar in Tibet and flows through India and Pakistan and finally falls into the Arabian Sea, which is near Karachi. You see Hyderabad beyond that. This is the Hyderabad in Pakistan and Karachi, and that is how it falls into the Arabian Sea. The important tributaries of Indus flowing in Indian territory are the Satluj, originating in Tibet only, the Bias, the Ravi, Chenab, and Jhelum. The principal sub-basins of Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna system are those of Bhagirathi and the Alaknanda, which join at Devprayag to form the Ganga. It traverses through Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. The Yamuna, the Ramganga, the Ghagra, the Gandak, the Kosi, the Mahananda, and the Son are the important tributaries of Ganga. Rivers Chambal and Betwa are the important sub-tributaries which join the Yamuna before it meets the Ganga. Meets the Ganga, before that these tributaries join Yamuna. The Padma and the Brahmaputra join at Bangladesh and continue to flow as the Padma, or even called. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet here and where it is known as Sangpo. And crosses over into India in Arunachal Pradesh under the name of Dihang. The principal tributaries of Brahmaputra in India are the Subansiri, Jia, Bareilly, Dhansiri, Puttimari, Pagladia, and the Brahmaputra in Bangladesh, fed by Tista, etc., finally falls into the Ganga. The Barak River, the head stream of Meghna, rises in the hills in Manipur. It continues in Bangladesh till the combined Ganga Brahmaputra joins it near Bhairab Bazar. In the Deccan region, most of the major river systems flowing generally in the east fall into Bay of Bengal. The major east flowing rivers are Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, and Mahanadi. Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, and Mahanadi. They flow in the east. So Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri, and Krishna. Narmada and Tapti are major flowing rivers which fall in the Arabian Sea. The Godavari in the southern peninsula has the second largest river basin covering 10% of the area of India. Next to it is the Krishna basin in the region, and the Mahanadi is another large basin of the region. The basin of Narmada in the uplands of the Deccan, flowing to the Arabian Sea, and of the Kaveri in the south, falling in the Bay of Bengal here, are about the same size, though with different character. And there are numerous coastal rivers which are comparatively small, while only a handful of such rivers drain into the sea near the delta of east coast. There are as many as 600 such rivers on the west coast. River system Rajasthan. A few rivers in Rajasthan do not drain into the sea. They drain into salt lakes and get lost in sand with no outlet to sea. Besides these, there are desert rivers which flow for some distance and are lost in the desert. These are mainly Luni, Machu, Rupen, Saraswati, Banas, and Ghaggar. India is divided into 20 river basins, 12 major basins, and 8 composite basins. These are the 12 major river basins: Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, Pennar, Brahmani, Vaitani, Sabarmati, Mahi, Narmada, and Tapti. The 8 composite river basins are Subarnarekha, combining Subarnarekha and other small rivers between Subarnarekha and Baitarani. These numbers in the map will show you these rivers. East flowing rivers between Mahanadi and Pennar, east flowing rivers between Pennar and Kanyakumari, area of inland drainage in Rajasthan desert, west flowing rivers of Kutch and Saurashtra including Luni, west flowing rivers from Tapi to Tadri, west flowing rivers from Tadri to Kanyakumari. Minor rivers draining into Myanmar, that is Burma, and also this much for now. The next video will be starting from the climate of India. Have a great viewing and keep revising. See you